Going on our field trip.
Next remover, of course, paint. The issue that I have with this door is it knocks.
Okay.
So I think that's just going to be the design, but it just gets that little knock.
So they're likely to
especially with
wear.
two boys. Yeah, this is gonna get marred.
Is there any solution you see to that?
We've got a gap here, it comes together and touches, and then our gap expands. So we've got, in essence, some sort of warping going on with the door. So
Okay.
bring it to the builder's attention, but that is going to,
Constantly knock and then degrade.
yeah.
Okay.
So technically, I think you would call the door warped,
Okay.
and it makes contact with the other side.
Gotcha.
Of the door. Back door, we need the weather seal and paint, weather stripping, sorry. Range hood, we've got a hole in the wall and just the finish on the top ceiling is not.
Yeah, it's interesting because I don't know what that looks, what how they fix that since it's at the angle.
Well, this was built for a flat roof.
Right.
A cathedral roof, and so they'll most likely take some. I just put some stainless steel flashing that matches
Something there to do that,
that.
yeah.
So that's cosmetic.
Interesting, yeah.
But it works just fine.
Okay.
Power does come to your 220 system, but the unit is not put in the range. Is
Right.
not put in. Cabinets, since we're here, cabinet hardware needs to be installed. And this guy is not.
Oh, yeah.
It's not finished yet. All the other drawers are soft close. The doors are not, but the drawers do have the soft close.
Nice.
And worked just fine, except for that was the only cabinet door
Cool.
that was not installed correct yet. All right, I had to go back and get that shot because the worker was cleaning the window. Okay, laundry room. Electrical works. You're going to be your hot and your cold hookups, and then this is going to be your dryer vent. The dryer vent goes up, and I think that guy terminates on the roof, so it's not. You won't be able to inspect it, but every once in a while, when you think about it, if they've got a leaf blower, take it apart. It's sort of like the same day you don't have to clean behind the stove, but when you pull out the fridge and clean underneath there, remember to, you can take a leaf blower or hire a service, but it's easy to just take a leaf blower, hook it up to this vent, and blow any lint out of the system.
Okay.
So routine maintenance. We've already talked about that drawer. This was not hooked up they said not to use it when I got here, so I just took the picture, but since then we have run water through the sink system, I put the plugs or the cords into the correct outlet positions,
Okay.
and everything is working fine.
Great. And I hear the dishwasher running.
Dishwasher is running right now. So anyway, that's how it was when we showed up, but it's working. No light bulbs, so could not test those fixtures.
I think I'm gonna bring light bulbs with me Monday, so if they don't have them,
Yes.
I'll just screw a light bulb in, and then we can at least test to make sure the fixture's good.
That'd be totally fine. This is above the opening for the refrigerator, and of course you can see the dings, the paint that is not there. We're also looking at the beam that is not finished. There's construction debris on it and nails sticking out, but that should get finished material. This is up above, so this is the soffit area.
Oh, up there?
Sorry, not a soffit area, but the flat area above your walk laundry room. And there's construction debris up there, but everything else looked good. Windows look good, window seals. Now we're into the attic space above the garage. This is very interesting. I'm going to have to research this. I think this is okay, but this is an automatic air vent. And usually plumbing vents go through the roof and
Right.
exit to the atmosphere above the roof line. You've got one plumbing vent that penetrates the roof and goes out. You've got these others throughout the attic area that
Just
don't.
terminate in the roof. Or
Correct.
in the attic.
In the attic cavity. So it only allows air to go in. It doesn't allow. It's supposed to not allow gases to go out.
Okay.
So so it should not be an issue. But I am going to have to check.
Yeah.
I'm not a code inspector, but this is something I will research
Thank you.
and put in the report. If the report says it's inspected, that means I've researched it and everything's fine.
Okay, cool.
Otherwise, we'll call it out.
Yeah, I know sometimes the processes can change
Oh.
and they can all the time. So you have a new system and that takes some inspection or investigation.
Yeah, a little bit of research to find out. Okay, why did they change this?
Because the standard way that we would be used to would be everything terminates above the roof
Yep.
line, and you only have one terminating above the roof line.
Correct.
Okay.
This is your inside your attic. So this is your engineered trusses. We cannot see your sheathing because they've got spray foam insulation. Everything,
Which is nice.
Everything looked appropriate where it was visible.
Cool.
Now we're into the this east room, going into, and there's your light bulb that's missing. You know, that's probably a deal breaker. This is the ERV,
Okay.
and I've got better photos of that coming up. And then this is your emergency heat, all electric. Heat pumps are only so efficient. They're very good at air conditioning. They are decent at warming a house up to a certain level, but if it drops to too cold, then you have to have emergency heat
Okay.
or a secondary heat. And so what that is a big electric heater, and so if it ever turns on, you're going to see your
Electricity bill go up.
electricity bill.
Now that's something that automatically works through the thermostat. They
believe
won't.
so, yes.
They won't have to think about it. It's just that if the system needs it, that's DEFCON 5. Okay. Well, that's
DEFCON 1.
DEFCON
Yeah,
1. If the system needs it, it turns itself on.
Correct. So condensate lines, everything looked good. That is a shot. This is a breaker for the electric,
Okay.
secondary electric heat. There is your sensor to shut off. So
Okay. If
this
there's
is your
moisture
condensate
there.
drain. Yep, that goes into your plumbing system, just drains out sight unseen. If this guy senses that there is moisture, it will shut the unit off. If moisture falls out, it will land in this pan, and then it will drip out and land in
Through that
drip
top
out
line.
over that window.
Okay.
That is the filter location. There is not
Okay.
a filter in there right now because there are filters in the ceiling grills.
Okay.
One thing that usually when you open up the blower door, there's a switch that turns off the electricity so that the squirrel fan blower does
Okay.
not turn. That was not present on this one, and so I was able to open this up and the blower was still moving.
Moving.
So I'm not certain if they have changed designs, and that is now appropriate on older models that have just the drop-off door. That switch usually switches off so that whoever is working on the unit doesn't get cut in the fan blades.
Okay.
reference photos. So this is going to be a bathroom exhaust vent. Everything was appropriate on there. So this shows that we've got here 9 inches of spray foam showing, which is appropriate. All right, now here we go. We are back to the ERV, and there's the instructions. I'm going to read this a little bit better when I get back home and look at this, but usually I've seen filters in these areas, and I'll have to research it a little bit.
Thank you for that.
And then here is our code that
Your error code?
I believe so.
Okay.
So they're going to check on that. If we go and look at in the primary bedroom closet, there's a control that we were seeing, and it's just blinking back and forth, and
Okay.
it's not responding to any controls.
And in general, they should leave that thing alone. Just
Yeah.
let it do its thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Routine maintenance on the filters if there are such a thing.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, good to go. Now we're into the casita attic space, and there was nothing to see. Everything, spray foam was all in place. Everything looked good.
Do you guys use attics here? Like, do you store things in attics? In Phoenix, we don't because it'd all melt. But
Right.
is an attic? Can they think of it as if they put some plywood? No, don't touch the. Okay.
No. One, there's not enough room. Two, it's a pain, and attics,
Just not a good idea.
Attics are not a storage space.
Cool.
They are used extensively, however, and sometimes it works, and sometimes people have issues.
Gotcha.
So I would just leave the attic space as attic space. You do have maintenance, a walkway for maintenance to get to your HVAC system, but if you start storing stuff up there, then you can't get access to maintain the equipment.
Cool.
Great. Moving on, we are now jumping up on the roof. It finally melted off a little bit. There's dirt and debris up on the roof, which is, I have no idea why. In any case, our next big rainstorm or our monsoon is probably going to wash a lot of this stuff off, but it shouldn't be up there in the first place.
Do you think they just had like muddy boots if they went to shovel it off, or is it more than muddy boots?
I have no idea. It's like people were throwing dirt clods at each other. I have no idea.
That's the other thing Will can do. Their little toddler, he can just go on the roof and throw dirt.
Definitely. It's always fun to let them play with some nails and razor blades.
Yep.
Always
At least they'll have a good view of the mountains while they do it.
Yeah. So this is kick-out flashing. Lovely job. I just I look for that, and when it's done right, I get a big gold star for them.
Good.
This is going to be the fireplace, the pellet stove exhaust vent. Everything looked appropriate. There are your solar panels. A little bit of dirt, but again, once we get a rainstorm, that should clear up. Otherwise, come up with a rag and a squeegee and some water.
Okay.
There's the plumbing vent that I was mentioning earlier, right there.
Can you identify what that is, as opposed, like, why that one would vent out and everything else doesn't?
No.
Okay, well, that'll be part of your research.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that, but that is just how they're designing the system now.
Okay,
And
cool, interesting.
yeah, building sciences change daily. Reference views, you can see the snow buildup that is still, or the snow accumulation that is still melting off. Then I've got, this bugged me, but
Yeah.
new roof, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shingles that are, they're doing their job, but cosmetically, that makes my eye twitch. I would check with the builder and see what they say. If I came across that on a roofing project, I would probably toss those,
Okay,
not put them down.
Not put them on.
But that I'm looking for very consistent shingles. The biggest issue I see with that is possibly if we had a big windstorm, like heavy sustained winds.
Pull up
it
that
could,
corner.
It could grab a little bit of that lifted material, but that's a long shot. But in any case,
So functionally, it's not something you're worried about. However,
It's
or
gonna-
the long shot. However, the right way to do it would be to put new shingles in those spots
yes,
Okay.
or to not have put those down.
in the first place.
But roofers are blow and go, and so this was probably a manufacturing or a storage mishap. And so those shingles got, maybe that one square got stored differently or whatever. So again, I don't know if that is something where they're gonna
Sure.
say your home inspector is being too nitpicky. But
I'd rather you be nitpicky and they can say no than the other
perfect,
way
yeah.
around. You know.
Oh, well, it'll be in the report.
Yep.
Some construction debris up on the roof. I'm looking down at our flashing and along the side, so this is looking down over the edge, and everything looked appropriate. This is the metal roof the roof that is missing, supposedly going to be installed today. This is a pet peeve of mine. So they have these exposed beam ends, and so this is over the patio, back patio here. But that is a flat surface, and moisture just sits on that, and so that is going to be one of the first things to start to
To
deteriorate
have rot.
if it is not protected. Also, paints and stains wear from those positions.
Okay.
No, again, pet peeve.
So
It's not-
what would be the thing, whether the builder would do it or whether they wanted to protect the longevity, what would be the appropriate fix for that? Would you paint it since you can't even see it? Would you stain it? Would you?
I would use a sealant that was appropriate to keep moisture out.
Okay.
But, what I would do is probably just flash it. Put up
Put a
some,
flashing on it?
decorative flashing.
Okay.
So, and then call it a day.
Okay.
We do have a gutter that drains down and then discharges onto the roof. It's not a big deal, but it's not the best practice. Usually, if you have a upper gutter, if you can drain directly into the lower gutter,
That would
that
be
would be
ideal.
preferable. But this is an accepted practice.
So if they wanted to do further than that, would they get further downspouting and put it into, is there a drain that runs there?
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
So they could take this downspout right up here, have it drop down
Into
this
that
gutter.
space. Okay.
Otherwise, it's just it's creating more water on the roof, and the shingles are designed to handle
Right.
this, but
That would be more
water,
ideal.
Yeah, just is going to make that area deteriorate a little bit faster.
Cool. Do you have the rain chains are really cool. They're the new thing, right? Is there anything is that far enough away from the house because you can't further
yes.
extend? Okay.
Plus, this is just a patio, so you're not holding up a lot of weight with this.
Gotcha.
A little bit of snow in the wintertime, but that's farther away from the foundation
Then that is over there.
than this guy is. And then, so it's nice that they put something down to keep the mud down a little bit, but yeah, this, I hate bark. Great product. So anyway, yeah, have this just drain farther away or go into a, could install an underground drain and try to get it farther
Okay.
away from the house. But
Okay.
again, whatever is most an economical situation, just an extension work just fine.
Cool. Anything with bark they need to think about? Like I think about wood and I think about scorpions and termites and things that are desert things. Anything when you say you hate bark that they should be considering as they move in?
It is, so we don't have termites up here like you
Right.
guys do. We have some termites every once in a while, but usually they only manifest in east side of town or in very, very old homes that have wood to soil contact. We don't get those mud tubes
Yeah.
going up 2 feet to, because they're voracious down in the valley.
When we spoke before, you said they'll just go in that tree over there instead of your house.
Oh, sure. But in essence, this is inviting an invitation to wood destroying organisms. And I think it's ugly.
It's more of a personal preference for you than anything else. Gotcha.
You can strike that statement. That's personal opinion.
Well, it'll be the thing that'll prevent mud until they're ready to do something else.
Yeah. And then we installed higher quality fake grass for our dogs. And
Game changer, huh?
Yeah, it's just,
We might reach out to you
no
for recommendations.
Oh yeah, I've got the great guy. So this is just that mud and debris on the roof surface. This is also a little bit of spray foam.
Okay.
That'll wear off. Now we're on to the other roof. Again, construction debris, just some nailing and things like that. They didn't police their job site when they were
Gotcha.
finishing up. Paint, that should be finished this week. And then again, some more debris. There's your view from the roof. That's, I had to stop for a few minutes to just enjoy that. And now I've just taken some overall general photos. Of course, you can see this is all going to get, hopefully, all going to
Yeah.
get cleaned up and presentable. But, oh yeah, so out here, that's this side patio. Things get cleaned up.
That's the other best view, is standing right at the edge. I'm like, you're gonna put a couch right at the edge of that and looking out, and you can see the mountains.
That's it.
Okay, cool.
So overall foundation issues, they're covered up, and if I would have to defer to a foundation specialist anyway. So I did not see anything indicating movement, but this is a new home.
Yeah.
So all in all, once they get an army in here to just finish the fit and trim and install the last little deals, get some hot water hooked
Yeah.
up. Neat home.
Cool. All right. Thank you.
Very good. And again, I will be available for future calls.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna turn this off.